Dude, I don't know. I don't know about this Ted Jones World shirt. This might be a little bit on the smaller side. How do you feel about it?
What size is that?
Dude, I think this is a small. I don't know. I kind of look jacked, dude. And the hair, oh my God, maybe the hat. All right, dude, whatever. Let's just run with it. 54, dude.
Ted Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers.
Ted Jones, I also call him the eighth wonder of the real estate world.
Ted Jones, who knows? You know, it could be
Ted Jones?
The Ted Jones World Podcast.
Yo, what's good? And welcome to the 54th episode of the Ted Jones World Podcast with producer Pat. Where are you guys listening on, by the way? Is it Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube? Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, comment, and if you like us, I don't know. Well, if this is your first time listening to us, you obviously don't know if you like the boys or not yet, but we got producer Pat here, as always, on the other side of the screen. Pat, that is a lovely looking water bottle you got there. I did gift that to you. I'm going to shout out and just let everybody know that, yes, producer Pat does get gifts. But Pat, how are you, man? How was your weekend?
Ed Jones keeps me hydrated. My weekend was lovely, relaxing, didn't do much. What about yours?
Well, it was solid, dude. This was actually the first weekend, I'd say, Labor Day weekend here. I'd say it was the first weekend I really ventured out. But Pat, let's start off with, I don't know, with your stomach, man. You know, you're saying I keep you hydrated. How are you feeling stomach-wise? Did you eat today, bro, or you're on some fasting grind?
How's my stomach? What did you eat today? You're always asking me what I ate.
Bro, I'm actually happy that you did ask. So I'm on hour 23.5 of my fast, but the past 4 hours, I guess up until like 10 minutes before I hopped on the pod with you, I was dying.
Wait, I thought you just did a 64-hour fast that you ended yesterday.
62-hour fast. No, I had started a 62-hour fast about a week and a half ago that I did, and it was fresh. It was I was trying to help my little knee and the inflammation. So I was checking out some Eastern medicine rituals, and I think it helps, man. Because I went to this doctor to check out my knee. He saw that it was swollen. Obviously, you could tell that it was pretty swollen. I was like, "So, doc, what do you think the issue here is?" He's like, "Well, it's swollen." I was like, "All right, okay, yes, it is swollen." And I was just like, "So, what do you think the next step is?" He's like, "Well, for right now," told me every awful circumstance that I could potentially be in. He's like, "Well, hopefully it's not this one, and hopefully it's not this one, because both of them you're gonna need surgeries." I was like, "Dude, what?" So this guy's telling me my knee looks swollen, and I need to go and get an MRI. Obviously, first, yes, but I told him that I hurt my knee from like doing lunges on the tennis court, and I pointed to the spot. And it was a week after it happened, so I guess I kept working it out, and I just eventually, it caught up to me. So I told the doctor this. The MRI got back. I went to see the doctor, and it clearly said on the MRI that there was some swelling and some light, not like a grade 1 tear or anything, but like something that was pretty close to a grade 1 tear. And the doctor didn't even mention it, dude. So I had to look at this MRI report, figure it out myself. I'm not a massive reader, as you know. So I'm just looking at this and like, this seems like it's a pretty clear sheet of what's going on with my MRI. It doesn't look like anything is out of the ordinary. Mm-hmm. I get back, I'm talking with the doctor, and he's like, "Well, came back when nothing's going on here. I think you should take a Lyme disease test." So sends me to another corner of the office.
Wait. Was this an orthopedist you saw, or just like your general physician?
Yes, a surgeon, dude. And like this guy, you figured if I was being recommended to, or my primary care guy send me over to this guy. This guy was terrible. Like, Can you imagine if he was just go get this test and this and that? Luckily, I'm a young and healthy guy, but I had to have my mom come in, and hopefully she gave out a good complaint to him, because I was not comfortable doing that. Dude.
Nice.
So, yeah, man. So, dude, anyway, I'm talking about
a
little bit about
Lyme test or what?
No, man, I'm not getting a Lyme test. My knee's feeling better. That 62-hour fast helped me, and I think I'm almost 100% here gonna make it to
Did you
24 hours.
Did you order the supplements that I recommended?
Dude, I have not ordered those supplements, but I know
Come on, man. You love Amazon Prime.
I'm gonna get to it, dude. I'm trying not to spend $20 on Amazon, bro. I mean, for the most
Oh,
part,
yeah?
if I'm gonna spend $20 on Amazon, bro,
Spending $300 on trucker hats, but you could buy a $20
dude,
supplement.
the shipping address for $20 on Amazon will be directed towards your house because I know you like water bottles and I know you like snacks. All right, man. So that was a long-winded intro in terms of my diet situation. But anyway, I'm into Eastern medicine now. So apparently not eating for a little bit brings down the inflammation and autophagy starts. Dude, they don't even know what the word autophagy means on spell check, by the way. Autophagy, if you guys quickly Wikipedia, it is the regeneration of new cells. Gets rid of the old cells, brings in those new cells. But Pat, you yourself know a lot about fasting. I myself am dabbing a little bit in fasting. So we got to get together a fasting episode at least where we just chop it up for 30 minutes about it. What do you think?
Let's do it. I'll bring my notes.
Okay, cool. We'll figure out what number we're going to do that for. Pat, are you ready to go back to the city? Are you ready to hit the studio, man, or what?
So pumped to get back to the stew, man. So pumped. Are you?
So when's it happening? I mean, I won't put you on the spot right here.
I don't know. Once you're back permanently, I'll head back.
Oh, fresh. All right, man. We're gonna dress you up too. Pat doesn't have a Ted Jones World hat yet. Obviously he was the creator of the hat yet. He got it sent to New York, so we haven't linked in a while.
It was a collaborative effort.
It wasn't, dude, as everything here is on Ted Jones World. You know, we're just trying to come together as two bros meshing. You see that hand gesture? Very nice. Okay, so light humor alert. A lot of things also, side note, happening in 2020, which has always been the case. But light humor alert, Borat 2, it looks like they filmed it in secret. So that could potentially be the highlight of 2020 if Borat comes out and we just see some insane footage from 2020. Did you see the first Borat?
Of course.
And what a flick, man. That guy, Sacha Baron Cohen, is quite the character. So that seems like something that could be interesting that's coming out in 2020. But also, we were talking about, what was it, last week, 2 weeks ago, we were talking about Pat's boy, David Blaine, and his Ascension project on YouTube. So this guy, David Blaine, was like, I would call it like the hot air balloon challenge. I was looking forward to him actually crossing the East River, going from New Jersey to New York, because you were talking about how you even just wanted to see this thing happening.
That would be the Hudson River.
Dude,
come on, I thought you were a New Yorker.
What did I call it?
The East River.
Oh, well, yes, true. The East River is on the east side of Manhattan. The Hudson River is on the west side of Manhattan. Nice, good, save, Pat. But he was supposed to do it in Jersey, and then he ended up just doing it in Arizona. But, like, this hot air balloon, 25,000 feet in the air, and he was just holding on to the balloons. Like, I don't know, man. I think this guy was faking it. It's pretty clear that he's potentially not, but what did you think about it?
I mean, he wasn't holding on. He was like harnessed in. They just made it look
he had his Vince Carter like armpit or elbow dunk, like circa 2000.
Pretty crazy. I mean, I was watching it live, and it was like he didn't put the parachute on until he was like 20,000 feet in the air, and
Did you think that? Sorry, go ahead.
And then he didn't use oxygen until he got to like 25,000 feet, which is pretty crazy, and it was like -3 degrees up there.
I saw that. I mean, given all the conditions and the impossibleness of it, or I mean, David Blaine has done some impossible shit for sure. Mm-hmm. We've definitely seen that in the magic realm. But I don't know, man. Right before you went up, it seemed like a little bit of it was like scripted. You know, like his daughter had like the perfect things to say, like here, okay, is it here? Good. And then he was saying weird stuff too. He was like, well, okay, so this happens at this, this happens at this.
Well, yeah, I mean, they planned it out.
And he started, but I don't know, man. Sometimes he's just like, well, yes. And like during his card tricks when he's like in the mix and he's like, right, this is the ace of clubs, right? I don't know. I don't fucking play cards. Is that a card?
Yeah, ace of
The
clubs.
ace
Yeah.
of, the ace, the ace of clubs. Like, remember this card, and then picks out a king, queen, and
Yeah, he's a
another ace
magician.
right
What's your
after.
point?
Yeah, dude, I know he's a magician, but at the same time, like, how this looked so real. Ascension on YouTube by David Blaine. This looked so real, but
It was real.
I don't want to believe it. You really think that this guy was able to go up 24,900 feet and then just fly down seamlessly? Like, was he really going to do this over the Hudson River?
Yeah, I don't think
the
that
entire
was.
time?
I don't think he was actually going to do it. I think that was for like attention. I don't think he was actually going to do it because you can't land. You have to, like, when you're up that high, you have to like pick a landing spot while you're in the air. You can't really like plan a landing spot. You can plan, but you try and get close to it. But if he was going over there would be no place to land. He would fly into a building.
Yeah, I agree. I think the publicity initially, just because like it's definitely not as exciting to just go 25,000 feet up in the air in the desert in Arizona than it is to go from Jersey City to Manhattan. But then again, I mean, both are pretty cool. I would suggest that you guys check it out, but I'm a skeptic.
I think
you fully think he did it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully he did, but there's some other interesting things coming out of the of the media in terms of like things to watch. I guess, dude, the Kardashians are done filming 2021. Are you affected by that? I've got two little sisters, spent a ton of time watching that show as I was growing up, and it's not that bad, man. It has
They're done filming, like the show's
drama.
over.
So I think that they had signed a contract through 2021, but that's the last season that they're going to be filming. And I feel like they've just had it, man. They're all so rich, like maybe they need a little bit of privacy now. You know what I'm saying, Pat?
They were getting I read they were getting close to like $1 million an episode.
I know. I had heard something like that too, that like the whole production or the whole cast of the show, whatever, was getting 100 mil, but all good things have to come to an end at some point. So I guess that's the interesting pop culture news we have going on. Donald Trump nominated for a Nobel Prize this year, though. What? And also, did you hear this guy? He knew about the coronavirus being very bad in February and March. There was some leaked audio. What the hell? It just seems like it's getting more and more crazy for this guy. I don't really get it.
What Nobel Prize is he nominated for?
I don't know. There's multiple Nobel Prizes. The Nobel Peace Prize, right?
No, there's a Nobel Prize for science. There's a Nobel Prize for peace. There's a Nobel Prize for literature.
It's for peace. What would the guy write about? What or somebody written about him? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Peace.
I'm also looking forward to Michael Cohen's book coming out. That I guess it's today, September 8th. Wink. Even though today is not September 8th, but it is September 8th. Now that you're listening to this, but I'm just excited to hear the juicy dirt on Trump. And even though there's definitely no way that the guy is ever going to prison, just because like it doesn't really, I feel like it's not a good look to send your former president to prison. Yeah. It'll just be interesting to hear like how messed up this dude is if you don't already think so. Like I understand maybe the older generation voting for this guy when you want to keep your money and you want to keep having I don't know, dude. I feel like it's mostly financially motivated, but I don't know. Yeah. I don't really know much about the politics in terms of what Trump is even doing for older people. But if you don't like the environment, I'd say vote for Trump 2020. But us kids,
do you like it?
Us kids like the environment, yeah. So while I may not be a fan of the other candidates, I am definitely not a fan of Donny T. So, Pat, U.S. Open time. We had been speaking on the U.S. Open a few episodes ago. Also, last episode when we were live on air with Joe Zangi, the AAA Mets baseball pitcher. Christy on over our shoulder was playing Serena Williams, episode 15. So Christy lost the first set on center court to Serena Williams 7-6 in a nail-biting tiebreaker, Pat, and then lost the second set 6-3. But the reason why I wanted to bring up the U.S. Open, still going on about the quarterfinals right now, I wanted to talk about Novak Djokovic, world number one, fully getting the disqualification I believe he deserves. But I've talked to a number of people, yourself included, tennis fans, non-tennis fans, that might not agree that his shot to the jugular of the linesman behind him shouldn't have resulted in a fine and a loss of prize money and loss of ranking points, man. How did you feel about it? The accident.
I mean, it looked just like an accident to me. It looked like, if I were to compare it to basketball, like you would just get a technical foul for that. Like, I don't think you would get thrown out of it.
Dude, I don't know, man. If you hit someone in the jugular with a basketball,
I mean, I guess what are the tennis rules? Like, does it say in the rules, like, if you do that, you're disqualified?
Yeah, they have pretty strict rules on ball abuse. And if you were watching that Novak Djokovic at all previously, you'll know that, this match where he got defaulted, you'll know that Novak Djokovic was, he had 3 set points. And I think after he had lost those set points, he got frustrated and he hit a ball into the side, like where people would sit on courtside initially, where there was no one, just because like COVID, they have less line judges and ball boys now. But a few points before he actually hit the lineswoman in the neck, he smacked the ball on the side really hard. So it seemed that like when he did lightly, I'm saying lightly in quotes because it was not lightly, hit this woman in the throat, just seemed like he was asking for it and like he was super frustrated. And Novak, dude, was actually 29-0 in the year 2020, and now this line judge is the reason for his one loss. But it's just been a crazier and crazier time, man. 2020, so now the men's champion is going to be someone new. Serena's still in the mix on the women's side, but it's just been a different atmosphere having no one watching the U.S. Open. Like I've gone to the U.S. Open every single year for the past 10 years, and now we're just watching it with empty stadiums.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, I guess like the rules are the rules, but I feel like disqualifying the third biggest name in your sport, when like a sport that already probably struggles.
Well,
to, like,
also, but also the biggest name who was playing the event too. Yeah.
So I don't know. They did what they had to do. I don't think it was a good business move. Like they give LeBron special treatment. Like why not give him special treatment? I don't know.
No, I hear what you're saying, but I think just like watching that Djokovic match live, dude, and seeing him kind of fire the ball back to the line judge, and then hearing her going, like, dude, I couldn't even believe what I was hearing or watching, just like the first time I saw it last week.
Why are Federer and Nadal not playing? They chose not to? Or?
Nadal isn't playing because he's playing in the French Open that's actually starting in 2 weeks. And it seems like he didn't really care about the U.S. Open. But I don't even know what's going on with the French Open in terms of mass and fans. They really haven't announced too much of like a social distancing policy. There's definitely going to be fans as of right now. And Federer is nursing a knee situation, actually, like your boy Ted Jones. But he will be back for the Australian Open in 2022. And hopefully there'll be fans there. But I don't really know. I don't know how quickly you can bring fans back to an arena in any country. You know, while tennis is still outdoors, there's definitely a lot to be had in like the bowl type of situation that these big players play in.
Gotcha.
But so it's an odd time, man, because like dates are not really happening for your boy over here, and it seems like online dating is really the new wave. I don't know, man. Are you talking
hasn't
to
it
some
been the new
chicks
wave
or
for
what?
a while?
Yeah, but I think more so now, because then you can kind of get comfortable with whoever you're speaking with. and then you'll link, you know, if you like the person. Not, it's like, I feel like I have more so been selective since quarantine, since like I don't want to meet up with a bunch of random chicks. Like, hey, don't get me wrong, man, still fine to meet up with some random chicks, but you gotta be safe. How are you feeling during this time, dude?
Yeah, same thing, I guess. Just online is the way to go. I mean, I think,
Dude, I mean, next date I have to hit you up in terms of which bar to go to, because Pat knows the fun bars. And dude, it's also funny, like I've had a wave of like when I'm talking to a few girls and then I'll stop talking to all of them at once, or like sometimes like girls are texting me back like a day later. Oh, I'm
yeah,
so bad with my phone. Like, no, you're not. You're
you have
26
it
years old.
it's
You
in
have
your
how
hand
many
at all times.
follows? How many followers do you have on IG? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
That's the worst excuse. Like, just be
yeah.
like, I'm so bad with responding. Or like, like your phone is in your hand at all times. It's
So
never
what do you
not in
think,
front of you.
dude? What can actually be a good excuse for, like? I think just ignoring the fact that you just ignored me for 18
Yeah, don't even
hours.
acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Or like,
So
say I'm sorry I didn't respond, but don't give a reason why, because the reason's bullshit.
Yeah, just like, hi, sorry, exclamation point is fine. And then you're
Yeah.
like, as a dude, you're like, ooh, what was she doing for 18 hours that she just completely forgot to respond? Likely nothing, boys and girls. You're not really fooling anyone. But hey, I mean, at least you're making it look like you are super busy. And especially, dude, being in quarantine the last 6 months, I don't know if you if you really have 2 feet to stand on being super busy, bro. But you know what? You honestly, I feel like you have a valid excuse. I know that you're job hunting for a day job. You need something to do in between Ted Jones World episodes. And that's fine, man. Do you. So when you don't respond to me for a little bit, I'll definitely shoot you with the quadruple text.
Yeah.
I'm trying to lay off that with the new girls in terms of double text. But I don't know, man. It's just like I don't know. I feel like if I'm interested in a girl, the double text thing has got to happen.
I say
Or
triple
they're
it.
just
I feel like you should just like triple it. You should double down and just go 10 texts in a row. Just go full psycho.
does that work?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, with my ex-girlfriends going full psycho mode, like 8 texts in a row in terms of non-responding to other texts, usually doesn't go over well. But I don't know. I haven't tried that 8 texts in a row with a new chick.
Yeah, man. I've never done it either, but why not give it
Hey,
a shot?
we could be experimenting this week, so everybody stay tuned. Malls in New York City open at 50% capacity. Pat, have you ever been to a mall in New York City, man?
I don't know. Just that one in Hudson Yard. Is that considered a mall?
Oh, that might be considered a mall. That's actually a good thought. I hadn't thought of that. I was thinking about that Costco that they have up on the east side, up by the East River, and then also they have like a humongous shopping center in Queens. But I don't know, man. You and I are due to go back over to Hudson Yards. Remember, we were there. We had a phenomenal day.
Yeah, amazing day.
Nice, bro. Nice little walking, nice little fresh air. I'm looking forward to that with you, man, in the near future. So, college football coming back very, very shortly, and it's scary. Like, literally coming up within days. There are leagues in college that have said that they're not going to play, and then there are other conferences that are going right ahead and, you know, still training and going to be playing soon. So UConn, our alma mater, they actually canceled their football season, like pretty recently. I'd say within like the last month, and they just like said that it was a no-go for them. But I really don't understand how everybody is not working together here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird how it's not like an NCAA rule and it's like a case by case. I mean, yeah, I didn't even know you could like legally opt out of a season. Like, figure you'd have contracts with like, I don't know.
Yeah, TVs, the vendors in the stadium, and just in terms of like not being able to legally opt out of a contract. So like, I don't really know how a lot of these colleges are working with their sponsors and working with their vendors in terms of like putting on the season, but it's going to get messy. So it's going to be an interesting month for sure. I'd say from now up until like the end of September and like October rolls around, I really hope that there's not a second wave because of this. But it doesn't look that promising considering they do have helmets on. I don't know. Maybe you can wear masks under your helmet too. That could work. That would actually be a valid little idea. Good job there, Ted Jones. What do you think about that?
I mean, I don't know about professional athletes or semi-professional athletes wearing masks while they play an O2 intensive game, but I mean, a face shield. I know Connecticut, like they canceled high school. They canceled all high school football games, but like
you mean practice. Connecticut, the state itself?
Yeah. Their athletic high school athletic council, it's like the CIAC or something. They canceled it, but they're letting them practice, but they're not letting them play games, but they're also letting junior football play. So like kids that are 8 to like 14 can play, but high schoolers can't play. I don't know. It doesn't really make any sense.
I mean, for the most part, there's nothing that's really been regulated in terms of like, okay, everybody do this. And that may be because of the lack of leadership from up top, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to name any names. But your boy Donny T's got no leadership skills, bro.
I hear you.
So, dude, you talk about football players or semi-pro people wearing masks while they compete in their sport. Definitely not that great of an option. But basketball without the mask is still very fun to watch. I think the Lakers are taking it, man. You have an opinion on it or what?
They look pretty good. I mean, I only catch like a little bit of the games. I don't really watch them. I watched the end of the Laker-Houston game last night, and I mean, yeah, when you have 2 of the top 10 players in the league on your team, you have a good chance of winning the championship.
It's actually been pretty fun to watch the NBA, considering it's also, I don't know if they're doing it anymore, but the games have been on during the day. So you just like turn on the TV 2 p.m. on a Wednesday, and some of the games are being played. It's been pretty cool. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I don't know. I think the Lakers are going to take it. But what the heck do we know? We're not sports guys. Okay, so I was talking about the date earlier. I was definitely wrong. What, dude? It's not September 8th. It's not September 9th. But September 11th is Friday. So we will be taking a second here on the Ted Jones World Podcast, wrapping it up. And just remembering the lives lost during the terrorist attacks of 9/11. Pat, you and I are big New York City advocates, and we would like to just show our appreciation to that by giving a few seconds of silence. So, Pat, let's get some silence going on here, man. All right. Thank you very much, everyone listening, watching, tuning in. Episode 54. Smash that subscribe button. Smash the like button. And just tune in. Tell your friends. Ted Jones World with producer Pat. Episode 54. Pat, this was great. This is the last time I'm going to be in my dad's basement recording this podcast. You guys heard it here first. I'm going to be back in the studio next week. Hopefully I'll see producer Pete. Pat, anything else, man? Huh? What'd you say? You said you'll be there?
Yeah. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at you on the side of the screen.
Oh,
hopefully it'll mesh, man. Should we come together, kiss? All right, man. Well, hopefully next time we're doing it in studio. Episode 54. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And producer Pat, most importantly, thank you. We'll see you guys for 55. Peace.